Hello, folks. This is your Ayappan Arun Kumar. Today, I'm going to explain about the different Earth atmosphere and what kind of atmosphere are present in the above Earth. We're gonna see one by one, and they are kind of blankets to the Earth, and save the humans and the other living organisms in the Earth by reflecting some of the bad layers from the sun. So first we'll see what kind of atmospheric layers are present. The number one is the troposphere. The second one is the stratosphere, and the third one is the mesosphere, and the fourth one is the thermosphere. Fifth one is the exosphere. Now we're gonna see the first layer, that is troposphere. That is the nearest atmospheric layer present above Earth. So we'll see what is troposphere, why people call it as a troposphere. It means it's a change happening in this Earth. You can see the fog, and we can observe the rain. Sometimes we can observe the wind, the high speed of winds, and in all these changes happen in these layers. That is the troposphere, and we have seen the lot of rain, snow, all this happening in this layer. And in this layer contains 75% of the air, which is water vapor. As I said, the fog which we are seeing through our eyes is nothing but the water molecule which is evaporated from the ocean, small rivers, ponds, and all. And I'm showing the composition of the gases present in this troposphere layer. 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, and 1% of the gases are by the water molecules, and the carbon dioxide, the greenhouse gases, and even some other greenhouse gases, nitrous oxides and chlorofluorocarbons and all. And in these layers we can see hot air balloons fly. If you go some the tourism places, people wish to fly in hot air balloons. These kind of activities can happen in this the first layer, troposphere layer. And now we're going to see the second layer, that is stratosphere. That is the second most layer from the Earth ocean level. Strat means layer. This layer of our atmosphere, we can see the flights. Usually we go from one country to other country, and one place to other places by air. If it is it's urgent, or it is so far, we need to catch those flights. So these flights, they can fly in this atmosphere, stratosphere atmosphere. You have those who have experience in the flight traveling. They might have observing the fogs in these layers. That is why we don't see a lot of fog in these layers. And this layer contains one of the very well-known ozone molecules, O3 molecules, that actually save Earth from the Earth harmful ultraviolet radiations. And in here also, very highly efficient hot air balloons can also fly. Those balloons are high altitude hot air balloons. If they want to fly highly, they use such things. And now we're going to see the third layer, that is mesosphere. Meso means middle. Yeah, of course it is a middle. Since I told you there are five atmospheric layers, and this is gonna be the center of all five layers. That's why people call it as a middle layer. This layer is almost 35 kilometers from the Earth ocean level, and which separates all other layers. And the region between the mesosphere and stratosphere is called stratophos, and it is the mesosphere layer is almost 85 kilometers from the Earth atmosphere, Earth ocean level, and this the molecules in the mesosphere absorb a lot of electromagnetic radiations from the sun. The sun is a source of energy. They send a lot of energy to the earth, so ultraviolet radiations, and whatever those the burnt meteors can be absorbed in this atmospheric mesosphere layer. As I told you, this layer is called, sometimes it's called the middle layer, as it is separate all the five layers, like 2 layers down and 2 layers up. That's why it's called it as a middle layer. And now we're gonna see the fourth layer, that is thermosphere. Why we say it as a thermosphere? Thermo means as we studied like thermodynamics, thermal based studies. Thermal means a temperature, a heat. So this layer has the highest temperature compared to other layers. The temperature may be more than 1200 degrees Celsius. That's why we call it as a thermosphere. And the central layers between the thermosphere and the mesosphere is called the mesophase. And the boundary between the mesophase and the thermosphere atmosphere region is called mesosphere, as I told you. And this is the fourth atmospheric layer, and it is almost 700 kilometers from the ocean level, Earth ocean level, and this is 85 to 700 kilometers, as I told you. And I think this is far more from the Earth ocean level, and this is one of the thickest layer in the atmosphere when you compare to other four layers. And most light gases, like oxygen, helium, hydrogen is also one of the lightest gas in the periodic table. So in this layer, all these gases were contained. I think that's why it is having a lot of temperature. It contains a lot of lightest molecules, since the light molecules can easily move very fast when you compare to liquid or solid. So as it is, the molecules moves very fast and very close to the sun. They can absorb a lot of energy in the form of heat, and that's why this layer is having the temperature is more than 1200. And finally we're gonna see the layer exosphere. That is the farmost and the last layer from the Earth ocean level. Exo mean outside, as I told you. This is the last layer, and this layer is almost very near to the sun, and it absorbs a lot of heat energies from the sun as a heat. And this exosphere layer this is exactly more than 10,000 kilometers. Just think about that, how far it is. This is very, very far from the Earth ocean level, and this is farmost layer. And in this layer, the atom and the molecules very easily escapes to the space. We know bit knowledge about wide knowledge about the space. The gravity is almost zero, very, very low. The molecules can easily flow there. And now we see how the temperature varies according to the height, the far from the ocean level. From the Earth surface, troposphere is having, it's almost minus 50 degrees Celsius. It's very very low. That's why, when you go to the high places, like mountain, you can feel the temperature are very very cold. This is why the temperature, you feel very cold. And when you go up, the temperature, even like in the stratosphere, even the temperature still drop.
Given you some of the
And even in the mesosphere,
different kinds of
the temperature is trying to increase.
It is
And the
very
thermosphere, it
important
almost
to
reaches
know
more
what
than
are the
1200. As I told you, it has a lot
atmospheric
of
layers and
lightweight
what kind of
molecules like
gases are
hydrogen,
present,
oxygens. They can
to
move very
understand the
fastly,
climate
and they are
change,
very
global
near
warming.
to the sun. We have to be very clear about the different atmospheric layers. I hope you have got some idea about the atmospheric layers. This is not new concepts which has been proposed and founded long back. We have studied all these things in our kindergartens, or in our higher secondary schools. Let's take this is just a recall to understand climate change and global warming. In the rest, we will see what exactly is global warming, and what is the greenhouse effect, and what are the greenhouse gases, what kind of gases are involved in this one. Now we will see what is greenhouse effect. What is greenhouse effect? So when I say greenhouse, some of you many times have gone to the nursery gardens where people grow up, like many vegetables and flowers, and some of them is to grow up some gardening, by having kind of a glass based house where the plants grow up observing the light energy from the sun. And some of the light energy are trapped inside the house, which increase exactly the temperature of the house. So this is the concept we have been applying to the earth, climate change and global warming. So in the exact earth environmental, the sun continuously sends its energy as form of ultraviolet radiation, that is called UV radiation. And there are a lot of greenhouse gases present in the troposphere layers, and when the earth reflects back as infrared radiation, all these greenhouse gases trap and send it back to the earth, by which the earth temperature increases. And how these greenhouse gases are present in this atmosphere, actually that is because of the human activity, because using a lot of vehicles and having a lot of industries that emit a lot of greenhouse gases. This chat clearly explains, after industrial revolution, how much of the greenhouse gases are increased, especially carbon dioxide. And when I have shown you a lot of greenhouse gases like nitrous oxide, carbon dioxide, water molecules, and chlorofluorocarbons. But why do we really rely on carbon dioxide? Because as we human being, we have been using a lot of vehicles, a lot of industries, all these industries, and even the power, the energy, which have all over the world. 80% of the energy, the electrical energy, is producing by burning coal. All this process of emitting a lot of carbon dioxide. That's why we have seen a lot of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. You can see in this chart, when the revolution, industrial revolution started in 1960 or 1880, the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere started booming, and we have put a lot of CO2 in the atmosphere, and it reached, you can see in 1960 it was around 320 parts per million. Just think about, after 2015 it is almost 410. which means we have been using a lot of cars, bikes, buses, the transportations, marine, all the system involves the fossil fuels like petrol, diesel, kerosene, and other coal based products. So all these fossil fuels, they emit a lot of carbon dioxide, even sometimes COx, that is called carbon monoxide, that is also present, even though that is not much present in the atmosphere. Even CO is also one of the very dangerous gases that can kill human without any identifications. As I told you, this particular chat explains how much exactly percentage of the carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere when you compare to other greenhouse gases like nitrous oxide, fluorinated gases, that's chlorofluoro, and methane. So if you see this particular chart, you can understand the carbon dioxide is almost 80%, and nitrous oxide is 7%, methane is 10%. We know, right? Methane is the gas that is widely used for cooking and other industrial processes. And methane is also highly emitted from the kind of animal like forms like poultry industries and the cow based industry, and especially the animal based industries pollute lot of methane gases, and nitrous oxide and other fluorinated gases. We have been using fridge, refrigerator, air conditioner in our homes, in our office, in transport. All these applications emit a lot of greenhouse gases, and carbon dioxide is much more present in the atmosphere. So far I have explained about what is exactly what is about the greenhouse effect, what are the gases present, how these gases are increasing the atmospheric temperature by reflecting back the infrared radiation to the earth. So I hope you guys understand the basic concept of greenhouse effect. So in the next videos we will see how this carbon dioxide or nitrous oxide, chlorofluorocarbons, all these are produced from the earth, what kind of chemical reactions are involved in this greenhouse gases production. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.